Hi everyone! So this is my first video ever on YouTube, like ever. And today I'm going to be talking about my school products and what I use for school, what really works for me, what's, long wearing, long lasting, stuff that you don't really have to touch up, which I love. I hate touching up stuff in school, especially because I like to keep my focus on school instead of worrying about how my makeup looks. And a really important thing for me especially is quick makeup, especially in the morning, because I would rather sleep longer. So the first thing I start off with every morning is obviously washing my face, but then after that, for my makeup routine, I put moisturizer on. And my favorite moisturizer for school, and it just really keeps a lot of moisturizers don't really moisturize my face as much as this one, so this is why I choose this one. This is the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. Oh, there's like a hair. Ew. Okay. Looks like this, and I just like it. So I do 2 squirts of this to really moisturize my, and then I just work it in my face, make sure every single point around my face is moisturized really well, because like I said, I have really. So then after that, I use my liquid foundation, and what I use for school and what I really love is the Lancome Tin Idol Ultra. I think that's how you say it, but it looks like this. It looks totally natural, which is why I love it, especially for school. It lasts from the morning when I go to school. School starts at 7:15 until 2:26 when it's over. I find that it stays on perfectly fine for me, but 14 hours, don't really think so. And what is another good thing about this is that it's oil-free, fragrance-free, and it has SPF 15, which is amazing. Having sunscreen is really important, especially if you go to like a school where it's kind of outside and you do a lot of outside stuff. It's really good for that. And I am in the color Bisque 0, which looks like this. Bisque 0. So after I apply that, I apply that with my F60 brush, just a regular foundation brush like this. And then after I do my liquid foundation, I go to concealer, which is a really important step for me because I have pretty bad skin. So for underneath my eyes, I use the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place concealer, which is great because, SPF is always great. And this is like my winter concealer. And I like to use this just underneath the eyes because it really brightens up underneath my eye area and it just looks really good. However, one bad thing about this is that when you pull it out, and then if you were just to pull it out and not wipe off any product and just put it on under your eyes, it will get really cakey. I mean, really cakey underneath the eyes. So when you pull it out, you need to wipe off the excess product, like, because a little goes a long way with this. And then I just do dots underneath my eyes, and then like rub it in with like my ring finger or middle finger. For my regular concealer, I use Studio Finish concealer or my Benefit Boing. Let me go get it. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I'm back with my concealer. So for concealing like pimples and blemishes or on your face or discoloration or anything, I use the Benefit Boing concealer. Love this concealer. It conceals really well, and it's really really easy to blend out, which I love. Since it's still sort of summer-ish and I'm changing colors all the time, like on my face, I like to use an invisible setting powder. This is the Dermablend setting powder, and I know they have like a loose formula, but this is the pressed powder, and I really like this one because this one claims retouch free for 12 hours, I believe, which is obviously not really true, but for this it is smudge resistant and water resistant. Now, Obviously, if you go soak your face in the pool, obviously your makeup's gonna come off. By water resistant, that means like if you get like a water balloon thrown at your face, something little like that, then it's not, your makeup's not gonna like. I have 50 brush like this, and what I do is I just take the brush, swirl it in there, and then just buff it into my face. And it does not leave a white residue, so that's why I love it. It's just totally invisible. For a more colored powder, I like to use the Clinique Super Powder Double Face Makeup. And right now I'm in 02 Matte Beige. Yeah, I really like this one because it looks super natural. Like I said, it doesn't look like you're wearing powder, and I hate the look, the powdery look to your face. So I really like this because it's super natural and it's appropriate for school. That's that. And for my cheeks, if I decide to use blush, I switch that up every day, so it's kind of hard to say like what I use every day. But these are one of the blush that I really love and that I could go to every day. My staple kind of everyday blush would be Blush Baby by MAC. So that's what it's called. And it's kind of a just kind of a rosy, beautiful color. And I really like this. So if I don't really know what kind of blush I want, this is kind of like my go-to blush. I love this blush. So on the cheaper side and with a tan, I love this blush. It's called Peachy Keen. It's by e.l.f. Copying MAC here. Yeah, it looks like this. It's a really peachy pinky blush. It's so pretty. I have this on my lips. Wow, I have this on my cheeks right now. I decided to wear this one today. I like it. It's really pretty. I know you guys have probably heard of this, but this has to be my all-time favorite blush. This is Orgasm by NARS. And I really love this blush. It looks super pretty on everybody. Like, I have not seen one person that this doesn't look gorgeous on. I love this color. So that's what it looks like in the back. It just looks like that inside. It's super pretty. I mean, guys, that's what the swatch looks like. This one is Peachy Keen and this one is Orgasm. So you can tell the Peachy Keen is more of a subtle, natural kind of color. But this Orgasm looks all pretty on everybody. Like, I just love this blush. So those are kind of like my top 3 for school usually. I really love those blushes. So move on to our eye. I prefer gel eyeliners because they really don't come off like at all. Like, I have gel eyeliner right now, and if I kind of rub it, like, nothing really happens. Like, it doesn't smudge or anything. So I really like this one. This one is by MAC. This is their Fluid Line Black Track called. I really like this one. I apply this with just a regular, I apply it with a EO5 Sigma brush. Just looks like this. Just a pointy one. I know some people use that for my eyeballs. I always do a wing for school because I do not wear eyeshadows to school. I think that's just way too much hassle, especially for school. Like, I don't really care. I just like to keep it simple. Mascara, the most important thing. Okay, I use 2 different kinds, but I use one for my top and one for my bottom lashes. For the top, I use Lash Blast Volume by CoverGirl. I'm sure you guys have seen this. It's amazing, and it's a drugstore product, which is even more amazing. So I do 1 coat of this on my lashes, only on the top ones, and then for my bottom lashes, I use this one. It's the Maybelline Define-A-Lash mascara. It pretty much wraps up my whole school makeup routine. Yeah, and this pretty much wraps up my first video too. So that wraps it all up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!